Hey everyone! Before we start this week's episode, gotta let you know a little secret. So, you may notice throughout this podcast we say it's called the Kill Your Landlords podcast. Now that's not true, because it was called the Kill Your Landlords podcast, and then we uploaded it to YouTube, and YouTube said, no, you're not doing that. That's violent. We don't want any landlords to be killed. So we had to change it, and we changed it to the Rent Boys podcast. Hence why the channel's called the Rent Boys. It's called the Rent Boys podcast, but we will say Kill Your Landlords throughout the first few episodes because we filmed them before the name was changed. So, just letting you know, complete transparency, it's the Rent Boys podcast, which I think is much more family friendly. Enjoy.
Welcome to the Kill Your Landlord podcast, or Kill the Landlords podcast. We don't know which one it is, with me, Alex Camp, Dom Hatton Woods, and on the far right there, Ethan Smith. Not politically, just of me on the sofa.
Well, you never know.
Well, we don't know.
You broke your jeans.
Yeah, these jeans are ripped. I don't really wear them anymore, except when I feel like whatever I'm doing is not important, and the people I'm spending time with I don't care about. Then I'll put the ripped jeans on. It's not a big deal. It's just Dom and Ethan. It's just
Thanks,
this
Alex.
podcast thing.
Considering we literally confirmed the name seconds before you said it, and then you just went, I'm not sure which one it is actually.
Well, I feel like it should be, a bit of a process. Let's see what people go. Oh, I don't want to kill your landlord, but the landlords. You know what I mean? You got to be natural, organic with these things. Anyway, we talk about living in a house share, and the fact that I hate it and they love it.
I love it. Do you love it?
I'm mixed. I have mixed emotions.
Are you indifferent? Are you indifferent or mixed?
What's indifferent mean?
That's like ambivalent.
Jesus Christ.
You used a bigger word to describe a small word there. What do you mean? So it means like nothing. You feel nothing about it.
Yeah, it's not neither here nor there.
On the fence.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought you liked it.
I enjoy bits of it.
I feel kind of heartbroken now.
It gets quiet here.
So you're the only person who likes living
I love
here.
it. But to be fair, my other living situations have been so shit. I've not really got anything to compare it to. Like when I think about the last house I lived in today, I'm thinking, why did I stay there that long? Awful.
I don't know. I really want to go back in time and get in there and see what the situation was like.
You came in once, I think, didn't you?
No.
Oh, okay.
That was someone else.
Yeah, that was Alfie.
Alfie?
He came in once.
A completely different person
You
from
don't
me.
even have any slight similarities between the two. Oh, okay.
AC, to be fair.
Yeah.
That is
Alfie Carter, Alex Camp.
Air conditioning.
Absolutely classic. So we're going to talk about living in this house share and some of the things that go on. And, some of you could write in to a stamped addressed envelope to give us your problems, and we'll talk about them here, on this sofa that was owned by a dog breeder.
Yes.
Yeah. So what don't you like about it?
Oh, he's off on one now. He's lost it.
Because if you're indifferent, you would like things and not like things, which
Yeah.
would make you indifferent.
Well, I think it's a big place. I come from a flat. There's a lot of like creaks and stuff going on.
Do you consider this a creaky building? I don't think it's creaky at all.
You don't think it's creaky?
I feel like it's so much less creaky than other places I've lived. I've lived in some real creakers, mate.
Got some real creak. Yeah, I've not had that experience of
Creaks.
What did you live in? Just a block of stone?
Yeah, just a block of stone.
Hard cement everywhere.
And poverty. Yeah.
Stone poverty. My name's Stone Poverty. And I'm here to round up all you little bits of cement. Put you in my truck. Let's go.
What a stellar performance.
Stone Poverty.
Yeah, it sounds like a terrible, terrible wrestler. But
I'm Stone Poverty. I'm going to smack you on the head with a stone and steal your money, motherfuckers.
Considering you're the oldest one here, and your niche is that you live with younger people and you hate it. You're the
it's not a neat.
Don't poverty.
Yeah, but I have to try and have fun. That's everyone try and manufacture joy in this.
Which I think out of the, I feel like Alex does bring a lot more fun silliness, where you've got kind of like a serious undertone, which sometimes makes me feel deeply depressed.
Oh, I love that. That's good.
It's interesting.
That's juicy.
That's where my indifference is coming. There's good sides and there's bad sides. I'm still settling in, though. I've been, I think I've only really lived here properly for like a few weeks.
Yeah, you moved in and then you didn't turn up.
Didn't turn up. Yeah,
That was
paid
cool.
like
I was
probably a
trimmed
month's
in.
rent before you moved in.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's not a great business decision,
No,
but also I didn't really have much choice.
it was either
And
that.
I joined a cult. That's what happened, and
Yeah, you joined a cult.
let's move on.
Is that what you did at that time? You joined a cult?
One of them was a cult. The other one was, just regular work where they pay you.
So you thought it might be work, but it turned out to be a cult.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
The
why
problem
he
with
was-
cults is if you're working, you're probably slaving.
Yeah. If you're gonna work, they're gonna push you. But there weren't a lot of work. There was a bit of talking to some people. Some lady pretending to be a cat, and that was not cool. Yeah,
You can't just swerve over that. You got to talk about.
It was like a spiritual thing, and they're a strange type.
Yeah.
It's for everybody, and you don't want things to be for everybody. You want some people to be heavily excluded.
You want to let those people know we're not having you. You're out.
Exactly.
Okay, of everything.
And there was like a thing, and we was doing like a prayer almost, and we was like, try and let go of some of the guilt and the shame that you've developed over your life, which makes you miserable. And she was like, all right. And then boom, straight away, like cat screaming, doing a little thing. Somebody had to.
Her guilt and shame was all cat based, was it?
all cat. It seemed to be.
It was
came
all
out
to
in
do
cat
with
form.
the fact that she wasn't allowed to be a cat.
Yeah, I was petrified. I was terrified in this yurt. Just like, what the fuck's going on? Yeah, it's like a little tent in it.
They don't do that
Makes
in.
sense.
Where are you from again?
Salford.
They don't do that in Salford.
They don't.
Pretend to be cats.
No. And if they do, they get sectioned real quick.
I really question the fact that you just put your hand up and I high-fived
It's
you.
because it was like a little joke. I
But
thought.
has anyone ever come up to you on a night out, like some knobhead, and been like, all right, mate, and then puts their hand out or like goes to high-five you and you just do it?
Yeah.
And you're like, why did I do that? I don't support this guy. I saw this thing on you, this like reel today of this dude he's in Kenya, and his thing is just to go up next to people with his phone like that and like stand next to him,
Yeah.
to pretend like they're doing a selfie.
Yeah.
And I was like, everybody who was in there, they were queuing for something, right? And everybody he came up to, they were like this. Like they did the right thing. They turned away from being on this guy's camera, and it was quite funny. I know if it was me, I'd just be like,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? I get in the thing, like I'd make a pose, that's automatically, I'm just
Even
too
in the
nice.
daytime, if you're just like in town, pissed off, or is this at night? He's doing.
You're either pissed up or you're pissed off.
Yeah.
In the night, I'm pissed up. In daytime, I'm pissed off.
We actually never pissed up.
It's a terrible superhero.
That's me That's me back in the day. That's before I stopped drinking. I was pissed up or I was pissed off.
We were on like this the other day. We saw an old picture of you actually.
Where?
On like one of the TV.
On TV?
No, on one of the
on-
on your profile
Was it
on like
Netflix?
Netflix. It wasn't Netflix. I don't know. It was something.
Amazon Prime.
Amazon maybe.
Amazon Prime profile.
There was a picture.
What are you looking at my Amazon Prime profile for?
No, it was YouTube, and there was your
YouTube.
account with an old picture of you, and you did look pissed up actually.
Was I wearing a headdress?
Yeah.
But no, you had facial tattoos. You look
Oh,
like-
the facial tattoos one is just like an arty thing I did.
Oh, really?
So that one was during lockdown.
Oh right.
I was heavily not drunk in that. I was very sober. It was just, a lot of people thought it was really weird. I just was like, I'm going to do like Post Malone.
Yeah.
But I'm just going to draw shit on my face. And then that's going to be my like profile pic, like, my headshot thing. It was like a bit of a weird thing. And apparently, like, the only person who thought that was a legitimate thing to do was me. Everyone else was like, I think he's going through some serious shit. Like, it's really bad. Like, why can't I do an arty, funny, silly thing? And everyone was like, oh my God, please call Alex. There's something going wrong. He's drawing on his face in biro and taking photos of it on his iPhone on fucking portrait
No
mode.
offense, but you did look like a bit of a cunt.
Yeah, but that's all right. I don't mind looking like a cunt.
It's not an insult. Well, I suppose it is an
I don't
insult.
have
No,
to
it definitely is an insult.
look
I did
like.
say no offense though.
Yeah, but that doesn't make it not.
does.
An insult.
It
That
does.
makes you. That makes you more of an asshole. That's what it does.
I said no offense.
I didn't intend. I thought people would be like, "Oh, that's kind of funny," because I do things to be funny sometimes. Weirdly, Weird that a comedian would
I know.
do that, isn't
To be
it?
silly.
My dad got into face paint once when they got divorced. My dad was going through this big period of going out with loads
This
of young
isn't
girls.
helping me, by the way.
No, listen.
This isn't helping me, comparing me to your dad. Going out with young girls, drawing on his face.
He'd go out with
Sounds like me.
He'd go out with loads of young girls, and I found a picture of him on Facebook. And he went on a night out to a rave when he was like 50, and got his face painted like an avatar. And all my schoolmates found it, and they printed it off and created like face masks and would wear them as him.
But the thing is,
Pretend to be just to take the piss out of me.
They're the most creative bullies I've ever seen.
Yeah.
if he did that, if he had young kids and went to like a day, like a sports day or something, then sure, that would be very sweet. But the fact that he's gone to a rave, he's probably coked up and he's with some like 23-year-olds.
He was with someone else's young kids
who were not they're not young kids, are they? They're young adults.
Young adults,
really, is what we're saying.
I hope so.
That makes it creepy. The exact same thing that he's doing.
Yeah.
If he did it and like,
Did it
I'm here with
sports
these
day.
5-year-olds and we're having a good time, and like Saturday at the
That's bonding.
yeah,
Yeah.
like, that's bonding. This is like bondage.
Predatory. Yeah, bondage. Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Thanks a lot. Good that we can keep this natural comedy train rolling.
Yeah.
That was good. Well done.
That's the catch up done.
Yeah, that's it. That's what we're up to. So let's have a look at some of the things. Any gripes, any issues in the house this week?
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Ethan, straight in. What's up?
Shoes.
Well, yeah, it's basically the other day, me and Dom have similar looking shoes.
The same shoes.
They're similar looking.
Exactly the
Well,
same.
mine are clean. Yours look
I believe
like,
they're Air Force Ones. Is that right? High top
tops.
or mid tops?
yeah, the high
Mid,
tops.
probably.
I don't.
I feel like one was
Low
mid
highs.
and one was high, but they're all white Air Force Ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aged about the same amount, so they're still white.
No.
But the edges catch a little bit of dirt, so you can see the kind of
Well, yours have gone
texture.
yellow. Yours have gone yellow.
That's a very
Which I
insulting
would-
thing
I'd-
to say.
I'd burn them. I'd burn them straight away.
To be fair, he has roasted you pretty hard. And smack
Didn't
that.
realise I was the Tory.
Anyway, so what happened was I was out wearing my own shoes because I'm not. a
Good for
fucking
you, and that's what you should be doing.
So shall I say?
No, let him carry on.
I get
Let
a
him
text-
say his piece.
I got a
Read
text
the
message.
messages out.
Should I get? Oh.
Pass me my phone.
Don't let him play these mind games with you. He's trying
So
to,
what
he's
happened
trying to
was
work
he goes. Are you wearing my shoes?
Wait.
You're gonna do him. You're gonna do him verbatim.
Let him tell.
Because
the
also,
story.
can you
Wait,
read
so
out?
I said.
Read out what you read, not what you meant. Read out.
Yeah,
what
I'm
you
gonna
wrote.
read it out, yeah. He's
He's going to
not
read
what
the
you
exact
meant.
words.
So
the exact
6,
word.
19 past 6 on the 9th of September, I said, "Man, are you wearing my shoes?" Called him. "You defo are, because mine have a patch on inside. That's grim." "When are you back? Please look for the patch on the back of the shoes. Never do it again."
That's not what you said.
No, I did.
No, what you
Please
said.
look.
That is exactly
Never
what
do
you
it
said.
again. "Please look for the patch on the back of the shoe. Never do it again. Easy mistake. I hate wearing the same shirt as other people."
Yeah.
And then, and then he calls me up and goes, "My shoes are 11, yours are 9." And I went, "Oh, fair enough."
Yeah.
And that was,
But what he said was, I hate wearing the same shirt as
Well, I
other
said
people.
that.
Yeah,
That's it.
same shirt. So I sent him a picture of my shirt,
Oh.
just so there was no confusion that all the clothing that I was wearing that day belonged to me.
yeah.
I thought Dom had said that, and then he'd sent you a picture wearing your shirt as revenge. And he was like, "Yeah, I wouldn't like to be wearing somebody else's shirt, for example." And he was wearing one of your shirts.
I will admit,
you wouldn't put one of Ethan's
No,
shirts
no.
on, would you? Be
I
too
will admit,
scared.
I was furious for about 15 minutes.
So you realised
No,
nothing had happened.
until you called me and said, because the patch just fell off, which is really annoying, waste of money.
I didn't do anything.
I'm not saying it's you, but I bought these adhesive patches because the plastic's wearing out to put on the back, and they just fell off within like a day.
All right, but why am I involved in any of
Because
this?
I didn't.
You're wearing my shoes. Mine are the ones that are stuck together with sellotape. Take them off.
Because I didn't realise that
You've left
that-
me with the ones that actually work.
I didn't realise that was the case,
Yeah, no, I understand that.
and I apologised.
I don't think you do.
I did. I said I was sorry. I didn't realise. And
I
then
love
you
how
said,
you're
"Alright."
shouting at each other to apologise. Like, I'm sorry. Yeah, me too.
Well, you
Well,
said-
I'm not sorry. I'm not. I'm vehemently.
You've got nothing to be sorry about.
Yeah, I don't. I'm innocent
Yeah.
in all of this.
Vehemently is the word you're looking
Vehement, what
for.
did I say
You
before?
said virumently, which is like virulent, like a disease. I'm not trying to pick up on it, but I will say, just,
Maybe we
just for
should-
future reference,
I'm still
vehemently.
learning. I'm still learning.
But why are you having to go in for the shoes for?
Maybe we should go back to the teaching.
Hey, what are you doing?
Because I thought he was wearing my shoes. That was annoying.
I think we've learned
and
that
that is something you would probably do.
Why?
Because you just do things.
That's
completely unfounded.
Like, you're not that observant, are you?
You just do
okay.
things.
So what
No.
you're trying to say is I'm an idiot.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh
So
my
not
god! I
only-
can't believe you were calling him an idiot.
So not only did I not wear shoes at all, but now I'm an idiot.
Yeah,
Because
for
I'm
not wearing my shoes. Yeah.
You know what? Fair enough. Fair enough.
Ethan, you did well to wear your own shoes, and you don't deserve this kind
I
of
thought
treatment.
we'd overcome that, but it looks like you still got some demons
No, it's
inside
all
you.
right. I'm over it.
Dom, I think you got to get a handle on what your shoes are like, and also this needs to be there. The problem with this hallway is it's always got too many shoes in it.
Too
It
many
had too many shoes in it before you guys came here. It's got too many shoes now. It always will have too many shoes. It's like the ghost of fucking Foot Locker is there dropping shoes in there, poltergeist.
Well, I've got 3 pairs of shoes and a pair of sliders. So that's 4 pairs of footwear.
That's pathetic.
It's quite a lot. It's quite a lot of footwear.
I love saying something's pathetic. It's not. That's a perfect amount of shoes to have. I've got too many, if anything.
You have a lot of shoes.
I've got about 8 pairs of
You got
shoes.
big feet.
Yeah,
It doesn't mean not me.
sometimes I've got to wear 2 or 3 pairs at a time to cover them because they're so big.
So if anything, next time you fancy, I'm going to wear someone else's shoes. Wear his.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Fucking twat.
Which never happened.
So how big are your feet?
9.
Ooh, you were right.
He's got tiny
Little
girls' feet.
feet.
He's got girls'
Baby.
feet.
You're falling over.
What have you got?
Just big dog 11s.
Yeah, big dog 11s.
Big dog 11s. They're probably not even big enough for my height, really. I should be a 12, really.
I feel like you'd be quite.
Yours
good.
are 11 too, aren't they?
Well, I'm a 10, but I couldn't find the shoes in my right size, so I bought 11s, and now I trip up every time I try.
Why didn't you-
Hold on, wait a minute.
Why didn't you just order 10s online?
Because I was in Sports Direct.
You were squeaky clean until we found out you bought shoes too big for you, just because you couldn't find
Well,
the
this
right
is how I
one.
knew they were mine. Because they don't fit at all.
They're flopping around like you're at the circus. You're like, definitely mine.
I didn't know Sports Direct sold those shoes.
Yeah,
Do you know how much they were?
they were £60.
Fuck, mine were 110.
All right.
Gutted.
I'm really glad about that.
Yeah, I'm not. It's like 40% less.
Okay, we don't need maths to be involved in this.
Okay.
So Ethan wins that one.
Really?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Has anyone else got any more grievances that's been going
Grievance. No one's died. Grievance.
on? Yeah, grievance. That's a word. Come on, I'm trying to bust out some new words. I don't use them.
Grievances is perfect, absolutely spot on. I don't have any grievances.
Really?
Grievances is right. You don't have.
No, I'm saying you don't have any.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about the thing. I'm actually all right. I
It's a
think I'm all
first,
right.
fucking hell.
You seem, you know.
The place is a bit cleaner than it was. I did clean the bathroom last night and the kitchen. I mopped the floor in here and in the kitchen.
I did just hoover my bedroom, so
Oh,
you're
good.
welcome for that.
Great. Well done.
I hoovered the small patch of landing in front of the.
I hoovered my bedroom because there were so many pubes on the floor.
Good. There should be.
Yeah,
Do it in your room. I'm
tried
telling
that.
you. Trimming your pubes. Whip those trousers off. Whip those undies off, boys out there. If you're a lad, right, and you're thinking about how do I do my pubes, whip them off, right? Get your clippers, buzz, yeah. Zzz. Grade 3. Have a go. Stand in the bedroom. Let them fall to the floor and then hoover them up. That's the best way to do it. Don't go to the public spaces. Don't go to the bathroom where they're going to get caught in the little bits of rubber. Do you know what I mean?
It's a
Sounds
crazy
like-
person thing to do.
Sounds like we're doing an ad, but with no sponsor.
Manscaped, but without Manscaped.
Without Manscaped out the money,
Do you know
yeah.
what I mean? This is just a podcast about male grooming. We're not like asking for a sponsor or something. Not fishing.
We are fishing.
I got no grievances.
We could do a fishing
I'm
sponsor.
glad because I've been worried because I've not seen a lot of you really. You've been away. You've been busy.
Maybe that's why.
Maybe that's why I've got.
Maybe that's why I don't have any grievances.
And
I've
I've
not been here.
Back well, we've all been not here that much this week, so maybe it's a better environment.
I think it's better when we are not in the house as much, and I don't think anybody. That's not any kind of amazing discovery. If you're out more, it's better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Away from each other.
I've been at university, hating my life.
Oh, it's great that you're away.
It's awful, man. 9 a.m. lectures.
You're going though. That's big.
It's shit. I have to wake up at 8 a.m. It's like I'm going to a job
Yeah.
to pay to go to a job.
If you had a real job, you'd wake up before
No, you could start a job at 9.
8 a.m.
You could start a job at 9. 8 a.m. shower, smooth. I'm always late in fairness, but I just think fuck.
At least you're trying.
Yeah. Well, I've done a week.
It's good.
You've done a week. Do
Yeah.
you reckon you're not going to last more than that?
I've been late to every single lecture.
Okay.
That's
But-
okay.
I mean, it's
They are
not.
3-hour
I would.
They're 3-hour lectures.
It would bother me if I was late to every lecture, but not when I was your age. When I was your age, I was like, "Fuck this shit." 9:15, let's go. Now I'm like, I'll pop in at 5:02, sit down and like apple for teacher. Do you know what I mean? Flat white in hand, ready to go. Notepad out, but I'm old.
Love your energy.
Love your energy. Love your energy. That's funny, man.
That's so funny.
So that's it. I've got no grievances. Everything's good.
Well, actually, I have got one, but it's not to do with you two.
Oh, well, that's good.
Fucking piece of shit. The other day, just parked on the drive.
Oh, I was livid.
Shit. Did you see that?
I was livid, and I saw that you'd already put a note in.
Oh,
there
were you
in
actually?
things.
Because I don't think we spoke about this. Were you
We
actually
didn't.
livid?
I meant to mention it, and I forgot.
man.
On the drive or in front
Just
of the
right,
No, not
literally
on the drive.
directly
Okay.
in front of it.
But there was neither of us were in the drive, which in a way is better, obviously, because we weren't
locked in.
blocked in. But the cheek of it.
Almost as if
horrible.
they'd done it on purpose.
Well, they
directly in front.
To be fair, they probably was like, well, look, they're not in their driveway. I'm going to park in front of it and fuck them, but at least I'm not blocking them in. And to be fair, it's not as bad as blocking us in, because then we'd be screwed. But the cheek of it, my God.
I got back.
And it was a little Fiat 500.
Oh,
You could slip that in anywhere. Surely you can park that somewhere. You don't have to park in front of the driveway like a wide berth. It was enough room there for an Audi A6.
Man, I put a note there, and I also filmed an Instagram reel of the process of me doing the note. So
which is
I love how you got content out of it.
so
It is, yeah.
aggressive though. It's
It is.
So like,
imagine if they're one of my.
I'm gonna make a TikTok about it.
Imagine if they're one of my free Patreons.
I hope you got their registration number in the
No,
shop.
I made sure I didn't do that.
So can we guess?
Pussy.
Can we guess what that person's like? So a Fiat 500. It implies that it was a lady,
Mint
Yeah.
green.
younger,
And they were
Mint
there
green.
till, and also they were there till like 4 p.m. the next day.
100%. She's 27 years old, right? Her name's Madeline, and she works as a social media manager, right? She's just been promoted
She's gonna love my reel.
from
man.
executive.
Yeah.
And she's visiting her boyfriend. Well, it's not really her boyfriend. It's a new thing. They're seeing each other. He lives on this road. He's a bit older. He's bad news, but she knows that. But frankly, she's not getting any younger. She needs to try and examine possibilities, and maybe he'll show himself to be a bit better if she can just change him. Maybe. But he lives in a nice area. It's great. It's round the corner from Smoke and Unicorn, and she lives in Withington. Like, she's still basically in Studentville. She needs to move on up, and that's why she can't, right? Because she's held back, right? Because she's with her mate, and her mate's been heartbroken about this other guy for ages. I'm just
What's the
thinking
other-
women are
She's still
completely
in the
dictated
lease.
by
What would the other
men.
guy be like?
What, the other guy who broke her housemate's
Yeah,
heart?
yeah.
Oh, he's a piece of shit.
Is he?
My God.
Aren't they all?
Lucian?
Lucian.
You won't expect a guy called Lucian to break your heart.
No.
But then he goes and does it, right?
Cheating.
And, yeah,
Score.
a little bit. Yeah. I
little?
tried constantly for the last couple of years.
What?
Yeah. Didn't even come out until recently. Turns out he was lying about it the whole time. Making out that he's a feminist.
Lucian,
Right?
Lucian.
Yeah, making out that he's a vegan, right? Yeah, turns out the meat he was munching was pussy.
I'm shocked.
Right?
Lucian, if you're listening, you're a piece of shit, but also subscribe.
And also, Lucian isn't real, so he won't be doing either of them two things. So if they do park there again, we're legally allowed to tip her car upside down. Well, it's a Fiat 500.
It's a lot of admin, isn't it?
What do you mean?
Tipping the car.
You don't get a permit. You just push it over. It's fine. Come on.
Come on.
Come on, we've got to do something.
Tip it over.
If she parks there again, I'll say,
No, just tip the car. You don't talk to her. She don't know it was you. She just comes out. Her car's upside down.
That's how we do it in Salford, mate. We
That's how you
tip the
do it.
car.
Do you know? But there used to be
We tip the car and we fuck off. That's how we do
There
it.
used to be a cat every single weekend it was upside down, and it was because it was top heavy.
When you just leave it on the road, or
Yeah, just leave it upside down.
that blocks the road as well.
It's a crime. You who has a considerate
It's a
crime? You know,
I'll
Who
do
has
it
a
if I can.
I
considerate
don't want to
crime?
upset everybody. Just this one. No, you know, just get it tipped.
I'll do it if I can film it as an Instagram reel.
No, because that's evidence of a crime.
True.
You've never done. Have you done crimes before?
I did once sell. I would buy. I've never told really anyone this, but I would.
I sold some.
No, this is actually quite bad. I would buy. So I would buy Dyson hair dryers from China
Okay.
that were fake.
Yeah.
And sell them as real ones on eBay.
That's the gayest crime I've ever heard.
But you make like I'd make like £100 per hair dryer.
I mean, that's great.
Yeah.
It's enterprising. It's anything.
But then I got too scared. So a while ago, someone said, "This is broken. Can you?" I've looked into it. It's not real. I just sent them the money back months later.
I just imagine someone like you
Well, that
get.
was fair.
You sold all these hairdryers, like, I'm making a mint here, and then one person's like, yeah, this is broken. I think there's something wrong. And just like, flush them all. You just like, putting all these Dyson hair dryers in there. Switch them on and put them in the bath.
Oh, and
Just
also,
explodes.
one time a girl rings up and she goes, "Excuse me, my hair dryer, it doesn't suck, it just blows." And I googled it. I was like, "That's what it's meant to do."
Yeah, that's how
Yeah, that's how they work. She said, "No, I'm sending it back to you. It's ridiculous." I just fucking sent
It doesn't
again.
suck, it blows.
Yeah, she was. I don't know what
She just thought it was actually a Dyson vacuum cleaner. She's like, I thought that this was one of them, like
And
in
she got
Wayne's
really-
World, sucks as it cuts.
She got really shitty at me as well, but I just sold it again.
Well, but also she's allowed to be as shitty as she wants with you at that point.
But she didn't know it was not authentic
No.
because it worked normally, just like
No,
it
but
should.
Karma knew. Karma knew.
Should have been like, what, you don't like Chinese stuff?
Yeah, you
Huh?
racist.
Right. Yeah, I'm telling this.
And that was right before COVID as well. Mum was like, there might be like bacteria on this stuff for COVID because it's coming from China.
Yep.
And I said, "Oh fuck it, I'm making £100 a pop." And yeah,
I punched your mum in the face. Said, "Don't you talk to me like that, woman."
she would actually help me ship them sometimes.
Would she?
Yeah,
she's like a crime
businesswoman.
boss.
That's the
I like
biggest
it.
thing I've ever done. And then that was in my drugs phase, so I'd spend the money on MDMA.
Nice. It's a lot of MDMA, but
Well, yeah, I suppose it is.
anyway, let's. You ever done any crimes, Alex? You look like you've had a checkered past.
You've had a hard
No.
life.
I can't beat that.
No.
Can you not?
What, like selling on dodgy
In
Dyson
absurdity.
hair dryers and spending on MDMA? There's no way I'm going to think of anything funnier than that. Okay, that is beautiful. And the
Yeah.
fact that we never heard of this before.
Well, I wouldn't. I want to talk about it on stage, but I'm worried some of my audience is go, "I bought one of those." You fucking sweat. Yeah.
Well, the thing with a crime is you got to double down on a crime. You can't, you
Well,
can't
do you know what's
crime and then go
interesting?
back.
One of my mates is a lawyer, and he said that for fraud, you can only actually take it to court if it's like £10,000. So I'm basically bulletproof.
So he didn't even commit a crime. That's why.
Yeah.
We met some listeners of one of your podcasts.
Did you meet some listeners of one of Dom's
A
podcasts?
listener of the Daddy Issues podcast.
Yeah.
and I think I turned him away.
Yeah, well, it
You
was the worst.
turned him away.
Basically, I went on.
experience
I
ever.
did my joke about suicide, and he goes, "No." I went, "What do you mean? This is creatures." He goes, "What?" I went, "What do you mean no?" He goes, "I just thought it was good, mate. So I thought I'd say no." I went, "Okay." And then I was like, "That's the most aggressive fan I've ever had in my life." And then he goes, Dom Hatton. How do you know my name? He goes, "I listen to your podcast, mate." I went, "Do you?" And he goes, "Yeah." Because I thought he was taking the piss.
Sounds like he doesn't much like it.
And then I went, "What's it called?" And he goes, "I don't know."
He has no idea what it's
But
called.
apparently he was saying to Cal before, is that guy coming tonight that does the podcast? And then he came up to me and tried to do like a Michael Jackson dance to me and Ethan, and I walked away.
Yeah. Every time he comes, he asks for a picture with me. I've got about
I love how
7 pictures of it, and I'm.
The only person who listens to your podcast is the worst man ever.
He was the worst
Wait, do I know him? Is he someone? Is he a regular?
I'm not sure. You might have met him. You might have seen him.
What's his name?
I'm not sure, but
Okay, that's
Because
probably best.
I asked
Yeah,
him
no.
to join the Patreon. He said, "Mate, I can't join the Patreon. It's £2 a month. I'm on Universal Credit."
He
And
did
then I
say
walked
that.
off.
He did say
Universal credit. I love it.
And then you were like, "Yes, Universal Credit."
I
You
did
get my
high five
five
him for that because
for not supporting me.
Okay, so we've got obviously a message in from one of the many fans of the podcast, and it says, "Dear Dom, Ethan, and Sexy Man." That must be me. I know you guys have such a good time together in the house, but if you could swap the other two guys for different housemates, who would you choose? And you can choose anyone you like, living or dead.
Oh.
Interesting.
Or dead. It'd be weird living with a dead person, though, wouldn't it?
Shut up. It would be, I don't know, I quite enjoy it, honestly. If they were like properly mummified, you know, formaldehyde and like, you know, Weekend at Bernie's style, so they didn't rot or anything. Imagine having geezer just sitting there on the sofa, like, you know, I don't know, Ronald Reagan or something. It'd be well fun.
Yeah.
As long as they pay their rent, I suppose.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you'd assume that you get some sort of dowry from the estate.
And contribute to
What
their
about
bills.
Prince and David Bowie, right? Just like sitting there, you know, you can move them too. Like they're movable because they're so formaldehyded up, like almost, what's it when they stuff them? Taxidermy.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, man. I'd live with taxidermy, Prince and David Bowie.
Okay.
I'd have them set so. I've never I lived alone for a couple of years and it was really great actually. I loved
Japan.
it. Yeah. But I was never at home. I was working all the time. I was doing comedy every night. I was, you know, out
Eating
there,
ramen.
you know, doing my thing. Eating a lot of ramen. Yeah, eating out all the time. I never cooked at home because it was just the kitchen was too small.
Well, I know someone that's going to Thailand soon, and apparently,
Different from Japan, you know.
apparently there's
Completely
no
different.
no one has kitchens because like breakfast is like 50p.
Yeah, I think that is a lot of
Oh,
Asia,
wow.
to be fair.
Yeah.
It's so, and it's not just that it's cheap, because in Japan it's not exactly cheap, but it's better value than other things are there, eating out in general. But it's so good.
Yeah.
The food is just so consistent. You're so rare that you go to a place and you're like, ugh. You know what I mean? There's no Weatherspoons, really.
I went there for breakfast.
Did you?
Yeah.
How was the breakfast?
The breakfast was good. The atmosphere was horrible.
The one here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate that one.
Yeah, we
the
went.
Sedge Lynn.
Oh, it was terrible.
What
People
time were you there?
maybe 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning, and people were already
In the-
a few old
on the
men.
beers?
Yeah.
Eddie Midgley
Down
talks
in
about he had a stage where he was going like he was part of the ones who'd be in the queue to get in at 7 a.m. drinking.
Horrible. Great breakfast though, and very affordable.
To be fair, the breakfast is pretty solid,
Yeah.
as long as you don't mind the piss heads. Okay, so I'd live with taxidermy, David Bowie, and Prince. You can choose living people if you want. Dom, who would you go for?
If you're boring,
Can you go? I'm still thinking.
all right, I can go.
I can tell you yours.
Yeah, all right.
Conor McGregor and Rory McIlroy.
No, I'd have a comedian here.
A comedian.
Yeah, I'd live with a famous comedian.
Okay.
Or like a comedian I really rate.
You have a think, Dom. Ethan, go ahead.
I would live with.
Glad that you were here for this.
It's a harder question than you'd think, actually. I mean,
Who would you go for straight away? Just choose one without thinking. Just who are the first person that pops in your head? Go. Even if it's somebody we know. Is it Cal? Be honest.
I wouldn't live with Cal because
He's a small little rat.
yeah, and he smells funny. No, I would live with my grandma's cats, both of them.
That only counts as one person, but
Only
you
one
bring your
person?
grandma's cats. Do you like your grandma's cats?
No, they're horrible. They're horrible, and they smell, and they're disgusting. But I couldn't think of anything else, and I felt
Okay.
like I was under pressure.
Give us a celeb then. Give us a celeb
celebrity.
or a friend or whoever. Comedian?
I would pick a sports personality.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
Maybe
From the world of
maybe a
football
footballer.
yeah, okay.
Maybe Rashford. He'd
Marcus Rashford.
well, yeah, because if I was hungry, he wouldn't. He'd sort me out.
He'd
Feed
sort
you
you
a
out
school
free
dinner.
school
Feed me a
dinners.
free school dinner. Yeah.
That's a great reason to have Marcus Rashford in the house. Marcus, I'm starving. Go get the free school meals.
It's like, here's a cheese sandwich and an apple. Don't ask me again for an hour.
The bloody Tories are at it again. All right,
I
so you
got
can
mine.
live with Marcus Rashford and two grandma's cats.
Yeah, dying cats. Anyway,
Dying, they're geriatric cats.
yeah, so she has one cat and it sits on top of the telly. She's got like an old telly still. And bits of it sometimes fall off and kind of smear on the telly.
Of the cat?
Of the cat, yeah. It's
Jesus
ear or
fucking
its
Christ.
face. And she just won't kill it.
Its face falls off. Its face falls. What are we talking about here?
It was white.
Marcus Rashford is not going to want to live in this environment,
gonna be
dude.
horrible.
He's a footballer.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I don't know how I'm going to get into sand tenancy.
That's
All the
dark.
creeks.
So go on, Dom. Have you got anything better than that?
I would live with Jerry Seinfeld and Rachel Starr.
Who's Rachel Starr?
It's a porn star.
All right.
I
Okay.
can't believe none of you said like a girl.
No, we're not creeps.
Actually, you know what?
Or I was thinking either Rachel Starr, who's a porn star, Kenzie Madison, who's also a porn star, or Margot Robbie. But I think Margot. And thing is with I was gonna say Joe Rogan, but I think Joe Rogan would fuck the.
You think you don't want to get out fucked by your fantasy?
Whereas Seinfeld's, he's got kids, and they can't live here obviously, but they could live down the road.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan's got kids as well.
That's a good point. But I think Joe Rogan's more of a fuckable guy.
You think he's a lad? I think he's a proper lad.
You don't want to have sex with this? Girl, Kenzie Madison's here.
I would live with Jerry, just to ask him loads of questions. And we're on first name
I'd
basis.
love it as well if he hated you, because they
He
don't have
probably
to
would.
like you. They might be like,
Oh no, of course not.
what if they emotionally abused you? What if it was the worst person?
They might just be like, why do I have to live in this small house in like England? What's going
I'd
on?
be like, Jerry, I'm gonna go do this gig. Do you want to come do the middle turn? He'd be like, yeah,
You'd be like, I hate you.
I'll come do the middle
okay,
turn.
I'll do the middle turn. You're right. I didn't. I mean, I put myself with two celebrity taxidermy.
They're both
people.
dead.
They're both dead,
We
right?
get no sex there.
I would
Well-
if I had to swap.
Struggle.
If I had to swap either of you, I wouldn't know which one I would swap, but I would swap one of you. I'd probably just flip a coin.
It'd be dumb.
I'd swap one of you for a woman.
Which
not like
woman?
I
a
don't know.
sexy woman, particularly just any woman who I got on with, just to have a woman in the house, because I do miss living. I like living with a mixed group, and I think that's not on either of you. If we had an extra room, I would get a woman in, but poor woman, Jesus, living in fucking three guys.
Yeah, it's got real masculine in this. It's got real testosterone.
Well, UFC probably doesn't help. Maybe we should get like netball.
Oh, thank God! I'd be so happy if you got netball.
So,
Good.
but because it'd be nice to, but you always want to. You're gonna want to.
What?
There's a time.
You're gonna want to.
You're
Gonna
definitely gonna wanna.
You're gonna want to what?
Well, there'd be
If-
the-
I wanna-
There's gonna be a sexual tension
Do you
Yeah.
have a sexual tension
in the room.
I don't think so. I've lived with plenty of women before and
That's true.
not had a sexual tension. No.
only really lived with my mum.
I've got loads of female friends. And I've slept with barely any of them.
Was that your choice or their choice?
That was God's choice.
God's choice.
That's a great way.
God decided these will be friends.
Yeah,
Anyway,
don't do it.
the moral of the story is never live with men or dead celebrities.
Or cats.
Any more? Anything you ever
do you,
want
are
to
you
cover
familiar
off?
with Rachel Starr's work?
Yeah, I'm familiar with Rachel Starr. I'm not a fan particularly. I wouldn't stop into a rabbit hole of her videos, but I'm aware of her. I know of her oeuvre.
She's
Yeah.
just one I would watch when I was a kid a lot, so I look up to her.
Nice.
Are you aware of her work?
I'm not. No.
She's got a star just above her vagina.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm going to
She's quite
take
old now as
this and I'm going to take this podcast footage and I'm going to put a little synthesizer under it, like a dark synthesizer, and be like, Dom Hatton Woods watched pornography every day and kept tabs on the tattoos of the women in the. I like Rachel Starr. She's got a. Just like they
Well,
did
I
in the
haven't
Russell
watched-
Brand dispatches.
Well, I haven't watched porn in fucking ages because we can't here.
Well, you
Just
can,
ring
but
'em
you
up.
have to get more.
What's
you have
the
to get
deal
more
with that?
creative.
No, I don't want
Just ring them up.
You go on
No.
Google Images.
Because it's a good thing for me because there was a point where I watched too much of it. So this is a good separating myself from the environment because porn's not good for you. We know that.
Yeah.
I want you to watch more pornography, then you won't be here downstairs as much. Well, hopefully, anyway.
Well,
Hopefully not. Hopefully you're not watching on the big screen like, oh, Alex, the porn's back on. It's good we turned the porn back on.
I'll start
It's
from
up
the
on the big
beginning.
screen. Do you want to watch something with me? At what time are you available? You available to watch a porn? I got a porn. You want to watch it? When are you free? You're not free now, dude. Like, when can we do it?
Have you ever watched porn with a friend?
I watched porn with my cousin once. That
Yeah.
was it. Yeah,
What was that
I
like?
miss it. I miss.
it was weird.
Did you wank?
Not in the same room,
Okay. But you can pick corners of a room.
but he went off.
He went off. Did he not say anything?
And
He
he's-
just got up and...
He went off with some creams.
Sounds like one of you's been abused.
He went off. He saw it and he was like, "I gotta go." I was like, "All right, dude, take care."
You just left there like... oh, just-
It was in the
I'm gonna watch
basement.
the
It was in his basement.
Ugh.
Yeah,
Horrible.
Weird.
nice basement. It wasn't like a dark basement. It wasn't a cellar. It was converted.
Yeah, I did it, but we were in attic.
Oh, really?
Different vibe. Up
So
there.
up and down.
Yeah, it's a different vibe. It's less creepy up there.
Yeah, skylight.
Yeah, and what we did was we went to different corners of the room, and then we come back at the end and like had a review of what what went on.
Like a game.
Yeah, like
How'd you get on?
What did you? He was like, "Oh, I went to Goths."
Success.
And I was like, "That's a crazy choice."
I'd like to say that I thought we were doing really, really well keeping this above board until just at the end, and
Yeah, sorry.
No, I mean we
It's me,
did really
I
well
brought
to
it
get
up.
to this point. You know?
Well, I've got a story like that as well.
Oh
Go on.
God, here we go.
Well, it's actually quite sad. I
Good. Good.
Well, I was about 11
Good.
years old, maybe 12. I had this family. My mum was friends with, had a friend, and her son was like 14, 15.
Oh,
and
this is abuse, isn't it?
I really looked up to him, and he would
It's
just
abuse.
make me wank him off sometimes.
No,
Yeah.
really?
And his dick was like...
Wait a minute, hold on. You're joking, aren't you?
Well, no, sometimes we watch porn together, and he'd masturbate. But the thing is, I was 11. My dick was so small, I couldn't really.
That you'd be like, "All right, I'll try it out on yours."
So then he was just like, "Have a go on mine." I said, "All right," and I did. And then, but it was on.
Oh my God, Dom, this is.
I'll bring this up.
Yeah.
I'll bring this up on camera.
Oh God.
But his dick was honestly huge. I was like, "That's amazing."
Yeah.
Like,
Well, you were 11.
good job. Yeah. Well. Yeah.
How many other dicks did you see?
Just that one.
That was it.
And my dad's on pass.
And you
know.
still think about it sometimes. You're like, "Oh, that was big."
Well, I tell people that, and they go, "It sounds like it was quite a bad thing for him to do." And I go, "Yeah." It was.
Well, no. Well, I don't know. He didn't make you do it. He just said, "Here, have a go," and you were like, "All right."
And his name was Russell Brand.
Yeah. Still haven't opened.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, now, yeah.
On that
Now the
bombshell, we're just gonna like leave it at that, I guess. Feel like we'll come back to that story again, and
I'll get some therapy, and we'll come back to it.
yeah, find out how that affected you. I can imagine it doesn't feel as good for you wanking someone else off, but I've found it's so easy to convince you. So, if you can't do it to yourself, just do it to me.
Yeah.
All right, because the fun part's this. Brilliant. I love it.
Oh, well, you're here still.
You're here still. You're doing good. Tell that on stage. They'll love it.
Never love that, yeah.
Good.
Tell it in Bradford tonight.
Yeah. Do.
Thank you so much for tuning into this abuse victims circle. And we'll have to see you next time for more fun at the Kill Your Landlords podcast.
Thanks, everybody. Subscribe, follow, share,
And wank off an older man.
everything. See you next time.
Boy.
Baby.